Okay, so let's look at what we did. As I was saying, if you can, and if you have done it, just let me know. Okay, I'll quickly come and scan and see you have not copied each other's work. So the job, how to put AM and PM with a 24-hour clock time. Get the hour. If the hour is less than 12, all you have to do is concatenate AM after it. That's easy. And since there was a two-string method that was already providing me the time in a very, it was quite a presentable form, I used it. But if it is greater than 12, I should be subtracting 12 hours from the start time. All I had to do was I had a method called minus hours. I mean, you could subtract it from hour here, and then you would have to create a string and all that. Here it was easy. I took the start time. I said minus 24, minus 12 hours out of it. And remember, after that, I'm not putting it, but this is same as dot to string. So I didn't have to subtract it and then add the minutes again and then convert it into a string. When you use a method, and then again, it's kind of obvious. I don't do it, but this is what is happening. The third step is this. And I again concatenate. As soon as you concatenate it, and now I've concatenated with PM. Right? So the main aim was, are the hours less than 12 or greater than 12? And again, use the methods of the class as much as you can. So this was simple. Take the start time and add AM to it. When I say add, I mean concatenate, and concatenate works because time has a two-string method which converts it into a string. So I'm okay, right? So string plus AM is a string. The return type, definitely you have to change the return type to this string. And in the other case, all I did was I subtracted 12 hours from that string. And there it was. And put PM with it. The end time was absolutely the same. The only difference was I was using end time here instead of start time. Right? And I tested it. I had to. I mean, I didn't test this thing, but this is what I tested. I created a time quickly of 3:31 when it was 3 o'clock, 3:31. This is how you create a local time. There is no constructor in local time for your information. If you notice, there is no constructor. So to create a time, there is an off method of the class, a static method. So this is how you create 15:31. I just created it looking at my watch. You can even say now. Here, all the more. You don't even have to bother. There is a now method that takes the current time. And there. Uh-oh, what doesn't it like? Maybe now is in this method of in the type is not applicable for the. Okay, so which one is applicable? Let's see. Is there another method of off which is applicable? Otherwise, I mean, of course, it will work on this. So there is an off int hour minutes, off. There should be a parse. Obtains an instance of look. Okay, now, okay, I can use parse here. We can use parse. So you can say local time dot parse. And remember the now, it doesn't even like it. That's the correct. It needs a string. But if I say dot to string, parse needs a character sequence from a text string. Such it needs a string for sure. Okay, well, I'll stick to mine at least. Mine definitely works. The only sense was I was trying to see, let's take the current time. I mean, we can play around with it. I'm sure I'll find a solution. So suppose it is 4 o'clock right now. So 4 means how much? 16? And the minutes, I'll just go 05 for the minutes. Okay, so that's 4:05, right? And then I said print it out minus the hours 12, just to see was the minus hours working. And it said 4:05. So I know minus is working. Right? So if minus is working, why will I do the math myself? And then I'll have to convert it into I can only do math with integers. This is doing time math, and I don't even have to bother about it. So since it worked, all I did was that's what I used here. So if you've done this, let me know and I'll give you marks. You could use, instead of ternary operator, you could have used an if you like. I mean, if was fine, but you should be able to prove that it works. And to do that, do this, and you will quickly know it. Go to your tester, see, or create a lab class object and show me the time. So that's how I have done it. Let's see if there are any variants to it.
You didn't actually needed that local time dot off.
To create it?
If you want the current time.
Yeah, the current time, I was trying the current time with the now method. It's not working.
Actually, in the tester class. In the tester class.
Yeah.
You can simply, because T is already local time. So local time dot now already returns a local time.
Oh, right. Okay, thank you. Now I know what you mean. Like now this, right? Oh, yeah. Okay. That is what I was trying to do with now, but I don't know what I did that was giving me an error. Oh, I was saying off now. Oh, right. I simply say now. Now it will always show me the current time, minus 12. Minutes are okay. There is nothing wrong in minutes. Thank you. We needed a break, though I had a break. Oh, so what? Oh, that looks a little untidy because it is showing you the seconds and the nanoseconds, but it works. I was trying to see if minus works. That was my aim. Right, that was my aim in doing this, because I thought, how will minus work? Will it be okay? And that's all I tested. Once I know it works, I just put it here. And I know this will work. So take your hours, compare it with 12. If it is less than 12, you put an AM. If it is greater than 12, you have to minus 12 hours from it and then show a PM with it. The now is just giving more because now is also taking seconds and nanoseconds with it, which is okay. I mean, but the aim is it will work. You can take this if statement, actually. If you want, you can take this if statement itself and you can put it there and it will work. Here, let's do that. To prove it, do this and you will know whether it is working or not. So you take your local time, take an int hour, take your local time and subtract 12 from it. What isn't it like now? Oh, no, yeah. So we'll have to say t.getHour. Yep. Exactly what you've done in your code, what I have done in my code, I'm doing now. Okay. And then now what do I have to do here? This is not the end time. This is T. It is called T. And this is also called T. Oh, I don't even have to do this now. Here. Same code, just local time. Why doesn't it like this now?
You can simply use the hour now.
Hour now. Oh, sorry. Yes, I have the hour. No.
For the second one. For PM one.
No, wait. This hour is less than 12. Yes, it is less than 12. Show me the time T with an AM.
It shouldn't be hour.
Where have I done an hour? Have I done an hour somewhere? Where have I done? I just took a local variable hour.
Remember, if getter returns something lower than 12, then it will go in negative IAB.
Oh, then this code should also be checked in that code, right?
You can like simply, the condition requires t.getHour.
Okay, and if it is greater than 12, yes? Okay, so yeah, I get it. So the same change will have to be got there. So get the hour, basically get the hour, right? T.getHour. Okay, so if it is less than 12, then what should I show? But the problem is coming here. Why is it giving red squigglies here?
It should be .getHour.
Oh, no. Wait, no. Okay, for a minute, let me think. You get the hour if it is less than 12. Oh, here. No, the minus hour works on a time T. What is it saying here? What isn't it like? Type mismatch, add cast to string. That is already a string. Why doesn't it like it? That's strange. It isn't, I mean, it's giving me syntax errors. Oh, return. Can you believe it? That's what the problem is. I'm doing a return, a copy and paste is what we did, right? Okay, so here, let's see. Okay, so that's the statement from my code, except that what have I done now? I only put a system.r. Okay, now what is missing? It has an extra bracket somewhere here. Okay, now are we okay? Yeah, now it looks okay. Okay, there. So the same statement, except, yeah, I know what you mean there. We have to just take this. You don't even have to do a minus 12 because I wasn't even using an if. We don't even have to do this. We have to basically do end time dot get hour. That's exactly what I did here, right? Get the hour. Yeah, this is okay. This looks, oh, I didn't need the variable is hour is what you were saying, Pranav. Oh, I could have simply said end time dot get hour. Yeah, because I only used it once. I thought if I have to use it more than once, then I'll just do it. Yeah, you're right. I see what you mean now. I'm saying that has had to be done. Yeah, Pranav is saying, why don't you use this function straight away here? Why do you need a local variable? And he's right. Like I don't need a local variable at all. Maybe I was just thinking more than what was needed. I don't need it again. When you try to call the same function more than the same method, then it is always a good idea to write it separately. So the same code, except that I'm taking this variable, this math, I'm doing it right here. That's all. Here. Okay, so do not use the local variable, which is, I mean, it was not wrong. So I just took this statement that I have here and I've put it in my tester, and except I've done a system out println. That's all I've done. That's the only difference. So I created today's time right now, and I said show it with an AM or a PM. So it should come with a PM, right? Because it is PM right now. Though it won't be very neat, but it is the right time. The now takes nanoseconds and seconds and whatever. So now this is what you have to do. You take your code that you've written to prove that it works. In your tester, create a local time like this. Take your code and put it here. Instead of return, put a system out println and it should work. I only had one line. So I saw that Navleen was doing an if, which is okay. If else is okay as long as it works. But this one is just compact. So how many were successful? 1, 2, 3. But that's okay. Anybody who does it gets it, right? So let's do this then, because don't want to be unfair to anybody, unfair to all. Let's give bonus marks for it. Will that work? Okay. Anytime you get marks. Okay. So this was Pranav. So everything coming okay, right? I'm assuming everything PM, VM, everything working okay. And Matthew? Yeah. Matthew, last name? McClendon. M. Navleen? Last, that will do. I don't think I'll have more than one Navleens in my class. So 3 students did it. If you haven't done it, no big deal. I'll put it again on Blackboard. So check that it works. I had to check that it works before I did it, right? So you satisfy yourself. I'm taking your word for it that you've done it, but take that code, put it in the tester and check. While I was thinking about it, I thought, how could the end time be more than start time of a class? I just thought about it. Like if you give me, and all I did in the start time was this. In my constructor, I just said I set the start time first, and then I said now set the end time, and I never checked anything. Now, are the times being checked? Will be done in the tester. Before you pass the time variable, we will see that you've asked the user for a right time, right? We'll do that. But here I thought, why not do this and see if it makes sense to you? Before I set it, I said, are you after? There was a compare also, and there was an after also. Is after just made more sense because it was English-like? And the compare returns a negative or a positive value depending upon is it less or more. So I thought is after seemed more intuitive. So I said if the end time is after the start time. Now here was a problem that I quickly faced. I couldn't use the get start time method because I formatted it. So therefore I was saying maybe we will need 2 methods, one get start time formatted and one normal get start time if you want it. So just because here it was okay, I kind of said this start time, then do it. Else I've said, you know what, if you've given me something wrong, I will simply set the end time to the start time. I mean, I have to give it some value. So I thought the best default value would be whatever is the start is the end will mean there is no class. You know what I mean? You could have given it a 00, which is a 12 a.m., which was definitely not as good as a start time. So this is what I did. I said, is the end time after the start time? If yes, it is. Okay, here you've given me the right value. Else I had to kind of look a little how to set that off. And off can take an hour and a minute. So I found the hour of the start hour, the minute of the start hour, and I set it back to the end time. So you can add this code. And again, you know, things never end. As you do more and more, like while I was writing it, I thought, oh, I don't have the get start time now because I've changed it. I've formatted it. Whereas the rule is always use gets and sets. And here it shows you something else also. See how I've changed my set now to do some error validation. Till now, you've only been setting it like, yeah, maybe greater than 0 capacity, but now you can do it. Similarly, see how you've changed your get. Till now, our gets were just returning stuff, like just the value of the variable. Now I've formatted it also. So here is where get and sets will become more complicated. Maybe not as complicated as other methods, but a little more different. And then you write it at one place and then you can use it. So if it is required that you have a formatted output time and you have a non-formatted output time, then you can have two methods: get start time, get end time, get start time formatted, get end time formatted. Something like that, whatever you would like to call it. Okay, makes sense? So I really thank you for your patience. Do you want a break? Do you want a little break? Okay, 15 minutes will do. 4:30? We'll have only 20 minutes, but that's okay. Take a break and then come back, please, by 4:30. Thank you. Yes.
To show
Yeah.
much more.